not to have had any major letdowns. However, as a woman, there have been a succession of inappropriate comments, less than sensitive behavior, and when people don't treat you seriously enough. I remember this particular instance when a senior partner in a firm was holding my visiting card in his hand saying founder and CEO. However, he kept on asking me and rather telling me that he knows the main guy in my firm, which was just very hilarious. Since 1947, a lot has changed for women in India in terms of financial independence. But I think although a minority of the progressive Indian female living in the metros has been able to achieve financial independence, the majority of the female population living even in the metros is still financially dependent on either their spouses or the joint families. What happens due to this is it opens the doors to exploitation and unfair treatment. As a society, we need to accept the fact that financial independence is of utmost importance for women so that we can protect their interests and create conditions where they do not have to take favors from any other person, whether it is their own spouses or joint families or even on their own parents for that matter. So when I started my entrepreneurial journey, my platform is an online booking platform for meeting rooms and office spaces. So it is a tech platform and I did not have a tech co-founder. And we went out looking for a tech co-founder and I never realized just finding a tech co-founder, finding somebody whose wavelength matches mine would be such a humongous task and such a difficult journey. And it was almost like a second marriage for me. And what we joke about today, me and my husband, who's also my co-founder, that we jointly had 3 failed marriages in that process. I think that was the toughest part of my journey. And we really had the first conversation we had with the tech co-founder. It was almost like everything signed, sealed, and we met multiple times with this person and families met and we thought we really gelled well together and we'd found the perfect match. And then I don't know what happened. He went and spoke to somebody else, an external advisor, and suddenly he wanted the largest stake in the company. And I was so taken aback, and it was literally like I was shattered into a zillion pieces and I didn't know what had hit me. And from there, I literally had to, put together all my pieces back together and say, this is not the end of the world. I will still be able to start my startup. And I started on the journey again, started my conversation with the second tech co-founder, and I don't know, I guess I was not supposed to work with that person also. Everything worked beautifully, signed, sealed. I in fact still have his signed agreement on a stamp paper when he decided he wanted to pursue further studies. Well, I'm sure he's doing well for himself, but I guess it was destiny that I was not supposed to work with him. So those were the first 2 failed marriages. And in the third instance, everything was going well and I thought work had started, and again the families were involved. They were a husband-wife duo, we were a husband-wife duo, we had known each other for some years, and we had multiple conversations. We had been to their office, we had met multiple times outside, we had exchanged all plans, brainstormed multiple times, met with their team, and we had already started working and seeing some stuff, and they had already given their inputs. Then they just decided that they had taken on some other project that they were more keen on, and this was again after an SHA and everything had been drawn up. So yeah, that is how life is, I guess. And at that time I was so devastated that I was talking to my husband, Amit, maybe it is not meant to be, And some people from the industry, in fact, angel investors and all told me that, without a tech co-founder, there is no way that you can take off and your business is not going to do well and there is no way you can start a startup. And I thought maybe it's time to give up and just take up another job. But I am just so lucky that I also had my mentors who said, never say die. And here I am. I have a perfectly working tech product. And all I have to say to all the startups who have all these problems, never give up and never say die. I think somewhere Indian women have forgotten who they truly are and what they are capable of. What I'd really like to do is remind them of that. As a civilization, we record and celebrate women achievers throughout our history. Whether it's our warriors, our scholars, our artists, or our change makers. Women have been traditionally the guardians of value. We women have to be very careful of inculcating the right values, of being honest, transparent, and of being ethical in our business dealings as well. I believe it is up to more than anyone else to ensure that business does not remain a dirty word. Our business ecosystem needs many more women because women bring a sense of calm and urgency simultaneously. It is true that men will try to belittle you, ignore you, and outvote you. Don't ever let them stop you. Don't shy away because someone with an outdated outlook passes a sexist remark or makes inappropriate gestures. Tell them off. Talk about it. It is not your fault. Also, as a woman, empathize with other women. Women are driven, result-oriented, and will create success stories. Keep achieving, keep inspiring. More power to you.